In lesson 37, go ahead and create a new class, and we're going to name this one GUI window. Turn on your public static void main. Okay. So what we're going to do here is we are going to create a panel just like we did before, but it's going to have 5 panels instead of just 1, and it's going to show off our border. So our first step is to import things we're going to use. So our swing and our duck AWT, and then we're going to come down into our actual main here. And we're going to do the first thing, so we're going to create our JFrame. This is what creates our actual window. So JFrame, you can name it whatever you want. We'll call it box equals new JFrame. Open close parentheses, semicolon. And we're going to name it, so box.setTitle. And we're going to name it whatever you want to name it. You're going to set the size, so box.setSize. And we're going to, we can make it a little bigger than we did last time, so like 450, maybe 600. And don't forget to let your user close the window. So these are just the typical things that you have to have whenever you create a GUI. So you have to have a title, it has to have a size, and you have to be able to close it. Now we're actually going to change the color of the borders of our panel. So we're going to need JPanel, and we're going to name this one North because it's going to be at the top of our box. So we're going to say equals new JPanel. Okay. And then we're going to also put in here and say North.set background, and then you set the color. So whatever color you want. I'm do color.red. Now we're also going to need an east, so JPanel east. This new JPanel. And then we're going to east.set background. And then color dot whatever you want to set it. I'm going to make this one green. Okay. Instead of just typing that over and over again for our west and south ones, just copy and paste. West, west, and make this one color.cyan. And then we'll make this one south, and south, and this one I'll make yellow. If these are our borders, we're also going to have a middle. So put in another JPanel and call it middle. And I'm just going to make the middle black. Okay, so now we have all these settings. Now we need to actually build it. So we're going to build a container, and I'm just going to call it pane. And it's going to be equal to box.getContent pane. So it's going to actually find all the info we have set for box. So then we're going to do pane.add, and we're going to say north. We're going to say border layout. This is the method. And then we're going to say north. So that is how you actually set it. So for each one of these, I'm just going to copy and I'm going to paste it 3 times. Or we have 5 total. So we have one that's north, one that's east. Make sure to turn caps locks off if you had that. So for container, we have north, east, west, south, and we also have center. So here we call it middle, but it's also called center in the pane. That's okay. And the last thing that we need before we actually do this is we need to set it visible. So we need to box.set visible and then true. So now when you run this, it brings up a lovely box that you set the size for and the color for. So you can play with the sizing, you can play with the colors, and it should give you this over and over again. You are now ready to move on to the third video for lesson 37.